Hello, I'm Yvonne Ho. Yesterday, there is one bad news from Portugal. The Portugal government announced that they will stop the program of Golden Visa. This program being run over 1 decade. At the beginning, Portugal government want to use this program to save their weak economic because they think this program can attract a lot of outside money and create a lot of jobs and blah blah blah. Yeah, this is generally this is successful because once the program start to run, a lot of mainland Chinese start to invest the properties over there. Because the Golden Visa, the key point is you can get the Portugal ID and the Portugal passport. This is very important because once you get the passport, you can travel or work or living in over 27 countries. Nowadays, the UK, not the member of EU after the Brexit. But during that time, a lot of people love this passport, even the British people. Especially after the Brexit, a lot of the British people to buy the land in Portugal because they love the Portugal's weather. They think and they plan to having the very simple, close to the nature retirement life in Portugal because in UK the weather is really bad, very foggy, very cold, and the winter very bad, and the food very expensive, the tax very expensive. So a lot of British people love to plan their retirement in Portugal. So that's why a lot of British people, no matter they are from Hong Kong or they are from UK, they buy the land in Portugal to build the wine farm or the Airbnb, and then they rent out their house of UK or Hong Kong to make money. But for Chinese, the mainland Chinese, they spend a lot of money to buy the properties in Lisbon and Porto. Within these 10 years, the price of the properties, for example, 10 years ago, you just need to spend 1 million Hong Kong dollar. You can buy one house having the 3 rooms. But nowadays, you need to spend 5 million. So the local people getting crazy and keep complaining to the government. This Golden Visa that makes us cannot buy the house at all. And so government having the great stress from the local people. There are 5 categories to apply for the Golden Visa at the beginning. First, you buy the 500,000 properties in Lisbon. This is the new and quality property. Otherwise, you can buy the very old, almost collapsed building around 350,000 Europe. Then you're willing to spend time and money to fix the old building. Third is you set up the company. Set up company very difficult. You need to pay a lot of tax, especially you need to involve. The company have to relate to the high tech this industry, and then you need to create a lot of jobs, at least 3 to 10 for the local people. The fourth is you can buy some funding. Some of our clients love this funding because our partner funding is very stable. They are all from the land, it's not from the business. So it's really safe, and this funding is very popular. So most of our clients to get the Golden Visa successfully is from the funding. This funding called Blue Card. And fifth is the donation. But this donation is no return. It means you donate to the government, let the government to assign, for example, to rebuild the church or museum or some art plan. According to my experience, no one can get the Golden Visa by this category. I think maybe because not clear. I mean, the terms and condition is not really clear. Doesn't like the properties, very clear. And 10 years ago, the mainland Chinese invest the money for the property. They get the passport and the ID, and also make a lot of money because the property increased a lot. I mean, the price. So the local people, especially the young people, keep complaining to the government have to stop the Golden Visa. In 2021 November, having a lot of meeting in the legislation court, and a lot of people give the stress for the government. And during that time, government already having the notice to release the news that the government start to plan to stop the Golden Visa. And during that time, they change a little bit. For example, you cannot buy the properties in Lisbon or Porto. You can buy the countryside or other place of Portugal for the Golden Visa. And then in 2022 January, the immigration department start to seldom receive the application form. It means they having the sign to let you know they already start to plan to stop the Golden Visa. And suddenly, yesterday, 16th of February of 2023, the government already very clear to announce that the Golden Visa is finished, to make the people cool down. Some people still having the meeting. They want to convince the government that how about the other parts, for example, invest the company, create jobs and donation, I mean the art donation or the buying funding, it can keep the Golden Visa. However, the local people, the ordinary residential people, to complain that if more people come to Portugal, it means they need to living here. It's also to make the price, I mean the property price keep increasing. So the government in this moment, stop everything, stop. I'm not sure, maybe in the future, they will think about the fund donation, the art donation, the buying funding, or the create companies and create jobs, maybe can apply the Golden Visa. But this is very difficult. But no matter what, buying properties to apply for the Golden Visa, this generation is finished. Some of my clients very lucky because around 1 or 2 years ago, I keep convince them, you need to think about that because it will be finished. And very lucky, they start to apply at the beginning of 2022. And just now, they just finished their fingerprint. It means they got the approval. And wow, and now it suddenly stopped. I think it's quite logic because for example, like the Hong Kong and Macau people also complain a lot of mainlander buy too much house that make the housing keep increasing. It's very funny because within this couple of years, everybody think the COVID-19 can destroy the economic environment and also may make the housing price going down. In mainland, the housing prices keep going down. However, in Taiwan, especially Korean or even Japan and Canada, the housing price still keep increasing. So that's why to make the people angry.